Hi there, Mihaela. My name is Greg, and we connected via the Assisted Living Facebook group. And I had promised to make a video for anyone that was interested, taking a look at their website, showing what you might be able to do to attract more traffic to your website and therefore more potential residents to your assisted living facility. I do this work because I realize that many business owners are busy running their businesses and don't always think about the marketing and growth side of things, or they don't know who to trust and who to turn to with the expertise to help. I'm going to approach this problem along three dimensions. For me, it's all about ranking to the top of Google search. Why? Because your website is the best possible way of allowing customers to find you, rather than you having to go out and proactively find them. Let them find you when they're looking for you, when they need your services and they're starting to do their search. This makes your website work for you, even when you're sleeping, even when you're on vacation or on the weekends. As I mentioned, I approach this problem along three dimensions. The first one being content. So we take a look at the quality and quantity of the words and images on your website. The next thing that I look at are the backlinks. So this is Google's popularity contest. The more websites that you can persuade to link back to your website, the more Google trusts you, as long as it trusts those websites that are linking back to you. And the third thing being citations. The number of times that your business name, address, and phone number are mentioned anywhere on the web, in directories, local and national. Doing all these three things correctly allows Google to assume of you a level of authority, trust, and relevance in your specific field. Google cares very much about their customers' experience, search experience, and they only want to push up websites onto the first page that they are confident will deliver an authoritative, trustworthy, and relevant experience. Doing this correctly gets you an opportunity to win potentially 2 spots on the homepage, which is really the holy grail. Here into the map pack, the first 3 results that are ever shown on any search results page, and then below that the organic rankings. And there are a couple of strategies to win both spots, and I'll talk you through those. Let's go ahead and look at content. So here I am looking at your website, and I will say that it's a beautiful looking website. It's modern and it's got good functionality. It's easy to navigate through. From an aesthetic point of view, I like to suggest that potential customers like to see themselves on a website. They like to be able to imagine themselves in the setting. Generally, I see that websites that show this type of website that shows humans are much more easy to connect and engage with. But having said that, it's a beautiful looking site. Now, Google doesn't care about aesthetics. What they care about is the quantity and quality of content. By quantity, obviously I mean the number of words. As a rule of thumb, we would suggest at least 1,500 words on the homepage. That is the first page that anyone lands on. And at least 500 words per services page, and there should be separate services page speaking about the various aspects of your offering. The reason why quantity matters is because Google assumes that if you're able to write volumes about what you do, that you are at least somewhat authoritative in this area. And they assume, therefore, that any answer that a potential customer is looking for when they land on your site, they're more likely to find that answer in and amongst the words that you've written. So that's on the quantity side of things, and it's very important. So I would suggest, seeing as you are across your website under 500 words, you would really benefit from bulking out your website. The other reason for this is not only because Google likes it, but because your customers like it too. Those customers who are about to make a big decision, potentially a major life change, both for them and their families, really want to be able to engage with your site and find the answers that they're looking for. We have about 3 seconds to capture the attention of anyone, typically, that lands on your site, and they want to know that their answers are going to be, that their questions are going to be answered, easily through a little bit of browsing. Okay, that's why quantity is important. But quality is also very, very important. By quality, I mean the choice of words that you use. Very specifically, we talk about keywords or keyword phrases. What is a keyword phrase? So let's take a look at an example. I did a search in Google. I typed in assisted living Scottsdale AZ, a very common type of search that someone would use when looking for their options in this area. This keyword, the structure of this keyword is very, very important. It's what I call a buyer intent location-based keyword. And you want to be writing this keyword and variations of this keyword all throughout your content. Why? Because Google, when they read your page and they index your page, pick out these keywords, and whenever someone is searching using that very same keyword or phrase, they make a match between that search and your page, and it makes it very easy for them to raise it up because they believe it's relevant. The keyword strategy is very, very important. We need to write as many of these variations of this keyword, for example, assisted living Scottsdale AZ, or Scottsdale Arizona, or senior living Scottsdale AZ and Arizona, and many iterations of those words together. Let's take a look at what's going on with your site from a keywords point of view. Now, granted, I believe that your site only very recently launched, which is why not much is indexed right now in Google. But I will say that, or what I'm seeing here, two things I want to point out. Firstly, only one organic keyword currently is indexed, and we'll take a look at that. But more importantly, the way that your site is currently optimized, you are currently attracting 0 organic traffic. Okay, and this is the number that we want to change. And I will show you what this could look like by looking at one of your competitors in a minute. But let's take a look at this keyword. So the keyword that is currently indexed is your brand name, Adagio. We would want to see pages of relevant keywords, all of them attracting traffic to your site. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of your competitors. Okay, so when I did this search, okay, assisted living Scottsdale, Arizona, I went straight to the first listing, caring.com. And I will say that I don't like this. I don't like the fact that Google is allowing these referral directories to sit right at the top of Google, of their search results, because this is not a good experience for anyone looking for your services. It forces them to go in and search again in a directory through another top 10 assisted living facilities. I'd like to change this, and I want to see actual websites for actual facilities and homes right here at the top. This is how it should be, and that's my goal here. Let's take a look at what's happening for caring.com. Okay, so we're looking at their keywords. Okay, they've done a good job. So they have taken all variations of these buyer intent location-based keywords. Assisted living Scottsdale, 250 people searching for that per month. Assisted living Scottsdale AZ, 100 people per month searching for that phrase, and so on and so forth down the line here. The strategy here then is to build your site around a collection of keywords that have the highest volume and are the easiest to compete against. So this KD number is a score out of 100 that represents how easy it is for that keyword to compete for the top spot in that keyword. Okay, so this is what we need to be doing with your site. Let's take a look at, based on the optimization of their site, or this particular site, they attract 365 organic visits or clicks on that link based on the way that they're currently optimized. You're currently sitting at 0. The goal here is to capture some portion of this. Now, let's say, for example, we captured even only 50 of these. Okay, think about what your conversion rate is from an inquiry landing on your page, being engaged by your page, through to a conversion to being on the wait list or actually a paying resident. Okay, the goal here is to get this traffic number up and to capture some of this. I'm showing you this number because that's the opportunity. All right, so I've covered content. Let's talk about backlinks. This is the number of times that your site is linked to from another site. So currently we are indexed at 6 backlinks from 3 referring domains. This number needs to be as high as possible. We're taking, for example, a look at caring.com, 37 and 22. This is not high. This is beatable. But they don't need to have more because they are a very well-known directory and a trusted directory, albeit that the experience from the person searching landing on their site is not that great. The strategy here is to figure out all the domains that are currently pointing to this website and match them but also beat them. It's a volume game as much as anything. So the process is to reach out to all these directories and request that they link back to your site. Sometimes it's a registration, sometimes a fee is required. Sometimes it's simply a matter of asking and hoping. So it's a bit of an arduous process, but it's extremely powerful. So that's backlinks, which drives trust to your site and allows Google to rank you up. The third thing I want to mention to you just very quickly are citations. The number of times that your business name, phone number, and address are mentioned on directories throughout the website, both national and local. The strategy is to find out what those directories are where your competition is listed and beat them again by at least 100. It's a volume game. We reach out one by one to these directories, have them list us, have them list our name, address, and phone number. And the more we do this, the more it gives us this opportunity to win the map pack. So if we do both of these three, or all three of these things correctly, you have two opportunities to be on the front page of Google. Here in the map pack, which is a very good place to be, because today when most people search via their mobile phones, being in the map pack, if this is optimized correctly, allows them to call you directly from their phone, one touch from the search result, which removes the friction between you and your customer. If you also win the top spot in the organic rankings, we capture a lot of this traffic. That's the goal here. So Mihaela, without further ado, I hope that you find this information useful. All of this is extremely actionable ASAP. So please use this information as best as you can. I am, of course, more than available to help you out. Please reach out. And more than anything, I'd love your feedback. So without further ado, I'm going to stop this video, and I hope to speak to you soon. Thank you very much.